started. Hello guys, even though there's no one here. I'm just going to put some of this on. I'm avoiding my SPF, so we'll use the L'Oreal Hyaluron Expert. Just to bring some moisture. Right, that's the day cream on. Today, when that's soaked in a little bit, I'll have a drink first. I want to use some of this spray, where is it? As well as my normal pore minimising primer that I use. So I want to use some of this spray because I need to use that up. It's in a project pan. So this is my P. Louise Zodiac Sign cup. I've not used it in a while. So, well, I used it in the last live. So, yeah. So now I'm going to go in with the, it's in a Revolution Fix and Glow bottle, but it isn't that. Every time I use this, I'll be saying that. Okay, so that should do it. Now, of course, we've got to wait for that to dry. Where is my fan? Put it in this little basket, but I feel like it's dropped on the floor somewhere. Right, let's get this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base on. So this is part of Project Pan. I feel like we'll be using Project Pan items plus a chopping block eyeshadow palette. Right, and while we're kind of drying over here, I'm just going to get that primer out. I'm in a little bit of a rush today. I mean, I've got an hour, just under an hour, but yeah, I'm still in a bit of a rush. So, favourite primer ever. It's like for pore smoothing out anyway. It's the Prep and Perfect Pore Smoother. I'm going to town on Thursday, and if they've got more, I'm going to buy more of them, even though I've got 5 of them in backup. I'd say there's about a quarter left in this, so then I've got about 5 1/4. But I don't want to run out of this pore smoothing primer ever. I'd probably just get 2 more, and by the time I've used them, I'll be fed up with them anyway. I'm really having to like push the product to the, okay, that's better. So that one can go back now. Then we need the glowy product. I think we're, I want some of that though for under the eye area. Right, let's put a little bit on. This little bit should do both. Okay, so we're done with the primer now. I just want a glowy primer. And I'm using this one up. This was a lip balm by Creme Shop. And I just put some product in by Becca. The backlighting filter. Or the backlight filter, should I say. That should be enough. Just like it on my cheeks. Just to give that glow under the foundation. So again, this is in Project Pan. So now we're like really glowy, I like that. So I've covered the areas that I want to be covered, like in the T-zone, that I have the most pores in, and then we're glowy here. Oh, for goodness sake. Foundation. Where did I put it? Oh, it's back there. I want to try this one. So it's the Maybelline Urban Cover. I don't know if it's still in date. I pulled it out for a Project Pan. Seems fine. Smells fine. Yeah, I want to just use this up because it's one of my oldest foundations. Just got a new follower on Instagram, which is always nice. It's always nice to see new followers. Right, let's go in with some vitamin C face facts. I love this stuff. And again, Project Pan. Now we'll blend. Oh, I really like the way it's looking, the foundation. Hi, Roberta. How are you? Right, let's get some foundation on the forehead. I subscribed. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. I do a lot of lives. Not more lives than other content, but I do at least 3 lives a week. And like the 3 lives a week I get ready with me's. And then the other content is mainly Project Pan and Shop My Stash videos. Right, let's get some concealer on. Whoops. Trashing the place. So I'm going to go in with the Body Collection one. This is Project Pan as well. It's in the shade Fur. It's a bit quieter than it is normally on a Sunday today. Everyone must be busy. But it is a nice hot day in the UK, so probably everyone's going to be out. Feel like I need to turn the light down. Yeah, that's better. Pointless doing a live if you can't actually see what I'm doing. Right, let's do the brows. Right, so for brows I just use a dark eyeshadow. So I'm using this Smashbox Photo Op eyeshadow trio. Done really well with it. It's in Project Pan. Just need a mirror for this part. Oh, I need the brow gel as well. And let's put a bit of lip oil on. My lips are feeling a little bit chapped. Not chapped, just dry. Now the brow gel. So I'm just using Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Gel. Locking all those hairs into place. Now we need some powder. I'm going to use this fairly new one. I pulled it out for my Shop My Stash, so it's not Project Pan or anything like that. It's a Collection Hydra Setting Powder with hyaluronic acid. So we're just going to use this under the eyes. And I don't set my entire face because it doesn't need it. I don't really get that oily. In the T-zone I do, especially like where my glasses lie. So I like to set that. I like to set my forehead as well. But I don't set this part because I like that part to be glowy. So then I just make sure there's no creases in the eye. or as little as possible. Can't get rid of them all when you're 46 years old. Right, let's bring this palette out. So this one is a palette that I've made up of my own. So what we've got in here are some Tanya Bear products. So the blush and the bronzer are Tanya Bear. This is a Primark highlighter. Then we've got two Tarte blushes here. And then this one, and this Diddy one down here are all Rockature. Are all Benefit blushes. So let's go in with a bronzer. I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques 203 that I used the other day. Sorry, that I washed the other day. I've not used it yet. Just bringing some life back to the face. And I like this bronzer because it's glowy. Not many people like glowy bronzers, but I do. Especially for this time of year. Not 100% sure on the blush that I should use though. I'm going to be wearing green eyeshadow on the lid, so I suppose we should keep it a little bit neutral. Right, and then what I do, let me just move that to the side. I'll get that powder out again, and I just chisel under here to make it quite sharp. Just like that. I don't like to be bronzed from the heavens because of my hair colour. I have to be really careful what kind of bronzer I put on. I can't put on anything too orange because it clashes with my hair, or too kind of bronzy. It makes me look a hot, muddy mess. So blend that out a bit. Okay, I think that's right. Blusher. I'll just use this brush then. I feel like going in with this one because I feel like I'm really close to pan. I don't know if this is pan here or I'm very close to it. And it's fairly neutral. It's just one of those Benefit minis. Yeah, it's definitely neutral. This blush is a bit too big for this pan really, but this blush brush, not this blush. Okay, and then I do the same with that. I blend that out with the brush as well. And do I want to use that highlight? I feel like it might be a little bit too dark, but we'll try it. I've not used that highlight in such a long time. So this is the highlight here from Primark. It's more of a pink highlight, and I use a really light highlighter. Oh, it's not too bad. I love making my own blush and eyeshadow palettes. I feel like if you're sick of your collection, you know, just take your palettes apart and put them in a magnetic palette like that, and then you've got all the options you need. Right, then we need to blend that out as well. A lot of blending happens, especially, well, in the eyeshadows as well, but I would say especially when I do my base makeup. And then the last part of this is the finishing powder that I'm using in a Project Pan by Hourglass. Okay, so it's this palette here, and then this one is the Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe. Again, I'm doing really well. It's in a Project Pan. I'm only panning the, you know, I'm only panning the powder, the finishing powder. I'm not panning the blushes or the bronzers. But yeah, I'm doing quite well with it. I wanted to pan it by Christmas. I feel like it'll be gone by Christmas. It's just such a really nice finishing powder. Right, and then we can put, oops, I'll have to pick that up in a minute. Then we can put setting spray on. So the setting spray I'm using is the Technique Glow Setter. And I say this in all my videos when I use it. It's a nice setting spray. It's glowy, like it does what it says it does, but it smells. I don't like the scent. So as you can see, it's Project Pan. Right, and then it's putting eyeshadow primer on. Well, I think this is the quickest live I've done so far. We're on 22 minutes. I was worried that I wouldn't get to my mum's on time for my Sunday dinner, but I don't really see, unless people come in now, I don't really see in me not getting there. Some days you just left here talking to yourself. Good job I can talk for England. This is the best part though for me. It's the best part, the eyeshadow. I mean, I do like putting the face products on as well, especially the blush and the highlight. For everyone that watches later, you'll have to let me know what the best part of your makeup routine is. I'm always interested in knowing that, because we're all different, aren't we? We like different things. Right, then I'm going to go in with my Revolution Contour Palette, just this shade here. And we're just going to set the base. I don't think I'm everyone's cup of tea today. People are coming in and going out. I think it's the time though. In fact, is it though? I mean, it's 5 to 7. So it's, I don't think it is the time. It's me. It's me, I'm the problem. Oh. Right, so eyeshadow palette. I used this last week in the live, but I wanted to use a specific shade. So it's the Juvia's Place Mini Magic palette. And this green has always been a favourite, so I want to at least try it. It's obviously part of my shopping block palettes. Will I or won't I keep it? I used this last week and it looked absolutely stunning. I got so many compliments on that look. Okay, let's go in with Kessie first. That one there. So let me get a brush. Maybe this blending brush will do. I don't know what make it is, it just says 217. And we're just going to put that in the crease. You can't really see anything. It's pretty much the same shade as my skin tone, but we'll just build it up and build it up until I've got the colour that I want, the pigmentation that I want. You know, even though there's barely been any people in here today, it's still a better way for me to do videos, I think. People can watch later if they want to, or if they don't want to, that's also cool. But I prefer doing it this way, that way I don't have to edit. Okay, so that's that. I need a lighter shade. So I need a lighter shade before I go in with Nana, I feel like. So maybe get that from the Natasha Denona Mini Retro palette. So this one here. This one's also in Project Pan, but this is in my That's Expensive Project Pan. And I feel like this is the right shade, and then we can go in with a darker shade. So yeah, that's good. Just turn the light down a bit. Okay, do I have a small brush I can use? Yeah, this one. Make sure there's no colour on it. So, going in with Nana next, this one. And I think that'll be it, and then I think it'll be the green. I don't want to go in with that brick orangey red shade. Well, it's very quiet. I feel like singing that Bjork song, but I've got a terrible singing voice. Do you know that? Shh. It's oh so quiet. Shh. Shh. Even Bjork sounds better than me. I bet I end up keeping this palette, or at the very least depotting a couple of shades. But then I've got to think, well, if I depot the shades, am I going to use them? With all the eyeshadow palettes that I've got. Right, I just need some glitter glue. And what we're going to use is my favourite. It's W7 Sparkle Stay. Highly, highly recommend this. The only other glitter glue I've used is the Too Faced one. And this is just as good at a fraction of the price. Okay, right, I want a green eyeliner. I don't want brown today. So let me have a look at my eyeliners. And there's no need to rush at this point because there's no one here anyway, so I can just go through them at my own pace. There's this one, the Essence Long Lasting Eyeliner Pencil. Then we've got, I don't think I've used this one that Amy sent to me. Yeah, let's use that. So this is by the brand Suzy Kike. It's really hard to pronounce, and it's the Daydream Eyeliner Pencil, and you get loads in a set. I think she said she got them from Amazon. So this is first time trying them. Yeah, they're not so bad. They seem to go on quite well. This eye's watering though. Why is it my left eye waters so bad? Right, let that kind of do its own thing, and we'll put some more on in a minute. Because you can see how bad it's watering, can't you? Right, let's go in with this brush by Eco Tools. That says it's for concealer. That does not look like a concealer brush. Okay then, let's go in with this brush by Revolution. And this, I think this is the accent brush. No, it's the shading brush, which is what I need. Okay, so I don't know how you pronounce this name. It's spelled B-U-Z-O. I just call it Buzo. Let's go in with it. And it's very, very pigmented. I don't think I've got a green like this. If I can find a green in one of my other palettes, yeah, it's gonna go. But I honestly don't think I do. And it's kind of green with a gold flip. This is like what makes me want to keep hold of the palette, which is stupid if you only want to keep hold of it for a couple of shades. Yeah, it's like, pass it on. Or at least depart. Just blending it out now. And I don't know what I'm going to wear for in a corner. Might do that pretty gold that I wore last week. Also, guys, let me know in the comments if you've got these palettes, this palette, should I say, and what you think of it. Now, this green look and that gold look from last week, I love both those looks. I feel like these colours really suit me. So if I do end up passing it on, not passing it on, but if I do end up decluttering it, we're just going to depot it and hope for the best. Because sometimes when you know, destroy palettes and depot things, the shadows end up breaking. That would be my concern with this. Right, let's get the Revolution palette out again. And I'm just going to go back in with this shade here, just to fix any issues that I've created. Guys, you're going to give me a complex coming in and out like this. Right, in the corner, let's see. Yeah, I do feel like I want to use this gold, what I used last week. So where's the brush? I can use this one, I think. Just use that side. Yeah, the only downside about this Juvia's Place palette is it doesn't really have an inner corner highlight. Right, I'm just going to go in with a 17 mascara. It's the Another Level one. Very, very good. It's the only one I'm using at the moment. The only one I've got, never mind using. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. Then I just tend to go in with a bit more of the shimmer shade. It feels really rough to the touch, but it's so pigmented. I don't know if it's always felt that way. So that's what that's looking like. I just like to go in with a finger to get it a little bit more pigmented. If you're not really bothered about, pigmented eyeshadow, then just put it on with a brush. Right, so this is an old palette. I can't remember what that texture was like. Are they all like that? Let me try the gold one I used last week. No, that one's really, really smooth. You can see how pigmented they are. So they've definitely not gone bad or anything like that. That must just be the texture. I mean, I know colourful, vibrant colours are really hard to make, so I'm not too bothered about using it on my eyes. I just need to grab a lipstick now. or a lip oil or something. See, normally with this look I'd wear a red, but I think I'm just going to put a lip oil on. So my mum bought me this from Primark. It's a PS tinted lip oil and it's a dupe for the Rare Beauty one. So this shade is Berry. So it's just a really nice pink. Oh, it smells lush. It smells, do you know, like the MAC lipsticks? It smells of vanilla. So nice. If they have more of these when I go into the city centre on Thursday, I'm going to get another shade, hopefully a different shade. But yeah, this one's Berry. Very, very pretty. So guys, for all of you that did join me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, it helps my channel out massively. If you're not already subscribed, I would love to welcome you into my little fam. And I'll be doing a live again, probably on Wednesday. Thank you so much for saying it looks pretty. Yeah, I'm liking the green. I've not worn green in a very long time. So yeah, I'm liking it. I feel like, looking at the palette, right, I'm not bothered about the pinks. I need to try this bronze shade. I want to try these greys because I'm really into cool tones at the moment, and I wouldn't mind trying that as well. So I need to try a few more shades, and then I feel like I'll be depotting it. I may even do a video where I show how I depot and things like that. Anyway guys, thank you again so much. I'm going to go now and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon.